Cozumel. The transition from gentrification to touristification of the island. Cozumel, Quintana Roo on July 12, 2023. Gentrification and touristification are two concepts that may seem different, but both generate the same type of result. In the first concept we speak of displacing one social class to the detriment of another, and in the other case it is about displacing practically all the residents of a space of great tourist interest to satisfy the needs of tourists. Marimar Hernandez Jimenez, PhD student of the Sustainable Development Program of the University of Quintana Roo on Cozumel campus, commented to Cozumel for You that today there is research that has modified the concepts that become ambiguous within others that are related.
La gentrificación y la turistificación.
Gentrification and touristification coexist. The first must exist so that the second can develop, then, gentrification carries out the entire process that lays the foundations for the touristification process to also take place. After gentrification began, a new attractive component emerged to give way to touristification.
We can detect gentrification when a new upper class within the low-income population is implanted in a territory. As a consequence, the location becomes attractive to more members of this upper class and new processes and services begin focused on satisfying the needs of the new residents. It is at this point that tourism begins to be linked, since this new offer of services is also useful for this sector.
Ya todo este cambio ya va enfocado más al servicio turístico. Y la tiendita que era de servicio local para necesidades básicas de la población.
The later changes are more focused on the tourist service. The small shops that served the local population are transformed into others, such as trendy cafes and boutiques, restaurants. These services are transformed to meet the new tourist activity. So we propose that gentrification is used to understand these reconfigurations of the socio-spatial structure, which, to this day, these cities suffer, which focus on new services and activities.
Estructura socioespacial, pues que hasta el día de hoy sufren estas ciudades y se enfocan a un nuevo servicio, a una nueva actividad.
Currently we already have these two types of phenomena on the island. They have not been fully visible, but there are various factors that have allowed researchers to develop various theories in this regard.
Lo podemos ver por las construcciones, los nuevos condominios, la movilidad que hay de...
We can see it with the constructions, the new condominiums, the mobility of tourists, and that also has to do with the different types of gentrification. We can identify that there are already small businesses that are replaced by services from another consumption structure for tourists or the new resident population so that they settle permanently in Cozumel.
Para pues el turista o para las personas que ya se llegan a implantar de manera permanente acá en Cozumel.
If it is a problem that it is not developed properly, since these displacements begin to occur on the legal basis, which has represented many problems for the local population.
Cuando se llegue a implantar una nueva clase social en un territorio donde no era muy desarrollado,
when a new social class is implanted in a territory where there was not much development, new services begin to be generated, property costs rise, housing rent. The original population cannot cover those prices. The simplest thing is to move to the peripheries or areas with a lower quality of life, and then all this permeates the social issue. It is a problem that is already in Cozumel, but it is not visible enough. It is a problem in which a strategy or attention has to be established by the local government.
Pero sí es un problema por el cual se debe de poner pues una estrategia o atención por parte de la gobernanza local.
To conclude, Marimar Hernandez Jimenez commented that the objective of her research is to make this phenomenon visible and also contribute to a possible solution and provide the basis so that this urban planning can be carried out adequately. For this, there is the development of a series of indicators that allow the detection of the different levels of gentrification in Cozumel. With these data, it is also intended to contribute to better decision-making within local development agendas. As in the case of the Urban Development Plan of the island. PDU